Good evening, everyone. What I'm going to talk about this evening is going to resonate with people. Let me mute. Okay, it's already mute. It's going to resonate with people that are being in business and people that have ever done anything before, and along the line they are unable to put through. Yeah, yeah, it's experience. So it's from a personal experience. Let me just quickly open what I call it. Um, Google Doc. I just put some content there to just make it more distance. So I'm just trying to talk about four things, which I call 4R to success. Not only in your life, it's actually in any business. These things are not easy, but it's possible. Yeah. And what I'm going to talk about, it actually cut across different things that we do in life. Okay. For let me call it 4R's to success. I can tell you this because I myself, before NeoLife, and even while I'm still doing NeoLife, I'm a digital entrepreneur. And I know different things that I've been trying to do at a different point in my life. That until I, Yoruba will say, Ofi weresi, until I had some little bit of madness, it doesn't really, it doesn't really work the way I want it to be. Oh, what does it call it? Atolagbe is unable to log in. Or is he here now? I don't know. It's the same link that everybody is using. Why is he not logging in? So Fiwere C simply means adding madness to it. Yes. And when I say madness, and when I say madness, I'm not saying that somebody is mad, just in case. I'm trying to see what you guys say. Okay, click join now. Why are you distracting me? Okay, okay. Sorry, I just have to. He's trying to join. So, so like I was saying, in every endeavor that we do, or even if you have plan to achieve some certain thing in life, if you don't put some level of, oh, thank God, it's coming in now. If you don't have some level of, yes, I think the best way to use is madness. So when they say get mad, because until you get mad, before some of these things, clarity will become, we now started happen. So I'm going to talk about 4 hours within the shortest time that we have, because I don't always like this thing to be more than 20 to 30 minutes maximum. So even if I have something to say, once the time is up, its time is up. Yeah, I don't want to be too long. So 4 hours to success in life, not only in your life, but I'm going to be using your life as an example with my own case study, with my own story, basically. And when I say success, success does not mean you are 5 diamond. Yeah, success does not mean that you're 5 diamond. I've known people that are diamond before. They are not diamond again. Some are ruby, some are sapphire now. So when anytime we are talking about success, don't always a senior manager can be successful. Yes, a senior manager can be successful. So what's my own definition of a senior manager that is successful? A senior manager can consistently doing 1,000 with his immediate team every month. Is a successful senior manager. Yes. Because sometimes when we talk about this success of a thing, people think until you are number one before you can be saying you are successful. So if you are a senior manager or even you are a manager, but you are not struggling to be consistent with it, you are successful. You don't know what is happening to you. You are successful because you have some other people with the same title, managers and senior manager, that are not consistent. So when we talk about something to success, it's not necessarily you are now on the top. It's not necessarily you are now number one. But in most cases, it simply means you are doing it with ease, without struggling. Yes. And in this business, before you do business to a point that you are not struggling with some certain thing, it simply means you have burned candle, like we said, a student burn candle to read, right? You have done some sacrifice known to you. So talk about the 4R. The first thing that I'm going to talk about this evening is what I call realization. And I'll just be so blunt with you guys. Tell you some stories. Yeah, I'll try as much as possible before the times is against us, basically. Realization is basically you being aware. Yeah, you becoming aware of something. So when it's come to NeoLife right now, so what are you aware? For example, now, I remember um, for some of you that have talked about this story, how many years that I've been a kind of senior manager. I was a senior manager for like 2, if not 3 years. Yes. So I get started with NeoLife. Boom. And I didn't do business for like 3 years. Yes, I didn't do the business actively. I mean, January to December. So what I just do is any expiration, I just go to the company and I renew. So for like 3 years, I'm not doing anything. But I'm already a senior manager. Right? Because I'm not so happy with the way I'm doing the business, one, and I know something has to be changed. So you need to get to that point in life. It could be your personal business, it could be anything. You need to get to that point in life that you know that you are fully aware that something has to be changed. Hmm? That you're fully aware that something has to be changed about whatever you are doing. Okay? So if you have not gotten to a stage, I'm not talking about only your life now. I'm just trying to tell you what it is, and I'm going to be citing an example for you when it comes to this business. When you don't get to that point that you know that something has to change, nothing will change. So now, if I didn't take that decision that something has to change, I won't be talking to you guys this evening. I'm talking to you not because I'm a 5 diamond. I'm talking to you not because I'm a ruby. I'm talking to you not because I'm number one or I'm even known. Yes, a lot of people might know me, but I don't know anybody. Right? I don't know anyone. A lot of people might know me that yes, but the realization that there's a certain way something must happen fast. Realization that no, I'm not meant to be working, buying products, and don't know how to sell it. It's a realization. So I told you I'm going to connect this thing with NeoLife. It's very, very important until you come to that point that something must happen fast. Something must happen drastically. I have to do something about this. Remember, 3 years, the first 3 years, I wasn't doing the business. I just signed up. I was used to NeoLife. My first 2 months when I signed up, I'm already a senior manager. But I just know that at the point after that, I just know that this is not sustainable. It's still part of realization too. This is not sustainable. This guy is trying to correct me, but it's okay. That is not sustainable. So I left the business. Like, okay, I won't say I left the business. I didn't leave the business, but I'm not active. But my account is active because once I see that it's going to expire, almost the second day, I'll go to the warehouse and renew and go back home. But what am I doing in that process? of that time, I was researching because I've realized that something must change. The outcome of that realization is what is happening right now. Yes, the outcome of that realization is the same lesson that I'm pushing out for everybody now. The outcome of that realization is what's making people to come to my WhatsApp, is what's making me to recruit people without even say, come and join. That's the outcome of that realization. So you must come to, not necessarily only in your life, but you must come to every point in your life. Like, and this is not just one of, at every point, you always have the next task, the next project, the next task to do. You always have the next thing to do at every point in time. It's not just going to be, oh, I've realized this time around and it's not. No, it's going to be renewal, renewal, renewal. As at this level right now, I found another form of realization again. It's not one stop. And I've started working on it again. But what people see at the end of the day is the results. Result is what people see at the end of the day. So the first thing is you need to know that something is not right. You need to know that something is not working. You need to know that you have to do something about it. You need to know that there must be a change. After you have not done that, you now think, okay, there's need for retrace. Right? Retrace. What does it mean to retrace? Very simple. Very simple. You just have to discover, follow. During this retrace, this is where research comes in. You remember I told you that I went on the research, right? Research comes in here during this retrace. Not just only that, you discovery happened during this, because it takes a lot of mental thinking that something is going wrong at this first stage. I have to do it. I have to do it in a certain way, right? Discovery, right? After you discover this, during this retrace, then you will now be seeing the certain direction that you need to follow. Not just that you need to follow, you will discover, let me put it in this way. I don't want this one to be like this. You will discover routes or direction to follow. Not just to follow, because you saw someone that have followed that same direction and you saw the results. Yes. But this, you will not discover a direction to follow without research. It will not happen. You now try to retrace. Oh, things have not been doing well. Yes, we understand. So, like, I registered 3 years. I didn't do anything. I'm just renewing. But I was a senior manager already because I become a senior manager in less than 2 or 3 months. Right? But I saw something. This is not sustainable. Yeah. And if you keep on doing like that, you can be depressed. In fact, and when you are depressed, there will not even be any reason for retrace. You will know a lot of people that have done this business at some point that they can't even come back because they didn't realize. And when you do not realize something is wrong, you will not even get to the level to retrace. So when I was during retrace steps, I was able to discover. I've shared this with a lot of you. I was able to discover this website, EdiaLifeVitamins.com. Yes. For some of you that have listened to me, I've shared little of this. I'm just trying to apply it. So I don't just do aspire to aspire. It's something that brought things, right? During that retracing, during that research, I discovered a couple of things. I got to know a blog by Charlie Bolton. That blog was so good. It's even a free blog, as a matter of fact. I guess as at that time, I don't know if they have now changed it to. I got to know that one blog. I was just reading for that blog. Then most importantly, I got to know this website. I'm like, what? So yes, I got to know this website. This is the website that opened up the entire thing of that everybody is now doing right now. Guess what? The person that own this website does not even know me. I don't know the person. I just know that it's a NeoLife member. Yeah. Retrace. Like, so, and I said to myself, if somebody can do it like this, yes, I can do it too. I can do it too. Remember, not to lose the point, retrace, retrace. So retrace does not mean I want to go back to the status quo the way it was before. Retrace means I want to do something new. Because what was before, it wasn't working. And I'm fully aware. That's the first stage. And if it's working, it's not sustainable. And in some years after, yes, people that know that it's not sustainable knows that it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. I remember there are some certain, I'm not going to mention him. There's some certain people that I know as at that time that are already in diamonds. A lot of them are not even in Ruby now. Yeah. So it's not just about system. Is it sustainable? Do you want, so Yoruba will say Olowo Atijo, Olowo Igba. Do you want to be that? When something is sustainable, you don't have anything to bother about. Retracing. Retracing led me to this. And guess what? I saw it clearly. So, wow. Yes, it's big. The question is, somebody is doing it. How am I going to do it? And I remember something Verge. I think they are removed it here. I remember for the company that designed this website. Oh God, I don't forget seriously. Website Forge. That's the name of the company that designed this website. It's not this person that designed it too. Just imagine a young man that just wants to make money from the city of Lagos, Nigeria, struggling. Then I remember I sent a mail to this company citing this website that I want to do. I think they mentioned $2,000 at that time. As at that time, where do I see that money? Where will I see it? That's why I know that there's need for digital marketing. There's need for web development. Then on my own, before I've now already have the skills, web development skills, through what I've seen, because you have to see it before you can reproduce it. I came up with something like this, which I'm going to show you like this now. Did you see that? It doesn't have to be the same. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I make it happen. And this is my first website, Diet and Health. However, if I didn't go on this journey of realization, I can't tell you how much this website is bringing on it on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. You can just be looking at it like this. If you know the traffic that this website is getting. So look at it. Retrace. So in this process, it's like it's never the way it was before I realized that something is not working. Everything that I'm telling you guys that these are things that I've done. These are the journeys that I've walked through. It's not just saying about it. That is retracing. You need to know that something is not working. Right? Retracing. In the process of retracing, some things is going to happen. Reaction. At that reaction, if you are not strong, you might give up. Because reactions we give back to some old wounds. Reaction will give back to a lot of emotional things. You felt that, why did I waste time? Why did I do this? Like, you just be asking why that you can't get this question. But you just know something, that you just felt that there must be a response. Reaction is actually a response to the situation. Yeah. Okay? Situation. So after this, I started reacting based on like, wow, why didn't I know this before? But at these steps, you need to understand that you need to move on. Even at these steps, you have to forgive yourself, forgive anybody that have done anything for you. Yes. Forgive yourself first, then forgive anybody. Okay? I'll write that. Forgive yourself. It's very, very important. If you can't forgive yourself at this point, because it might open some stuff, right? Because you will discover so many things that you don't even know that it's available before. You have to forgive yourself at that point and move on. And as you are moving on, you have to stay on what you have retraced, how you can get it and do it better. Right? And the last R is restoration. So this restoration is going to take you a lot of things. Time, resources, finance. Yeah. It's at this time, this restoration, you now be seeing things that need to be. One, then you have to put in action to what you want to do. So it has this point for the first time that I started online webinar, even before COVID-19. Later, some member calls me that some leaders, not members, not only call, coming to my WhatsApp, invited me and said, throughout COVID-19, they and their team, these are top people, and their team, they were watching my videos. That it was my video that they were watching on YouTube. I've not even started producing this kind, but I've started laying serious foundation for some certain things. Because that restoration will now take, is restoration, and I started creating this YouTube. This is not the kind of video that I put on my YouTube before. If you check my YouTube way back, these are not things that I put on my YouTube. I just decided I'm not going to change the name. I'm still going to use my name, Shiyomo, today. If you check my video from 2020, you see what I'm talking about. That they are always of my video. Because I took it upon myself that this is a must. Is at this restoration, you now know that these are these restoration points. I don't want this thing to be that started webinar. Restoration is like everything that you have lost. I'm sounding like a pastor right now. Like everything that you have lost, or every mistakes after you have retraced, you don't want it to happen again, and you want to put things in places, and it's going to take time, resource, and finance. What I'm doing right now is taking time. I could have said, let me go and sleep. That's where I started webinar. That's where I started creating presentations online, not physical. That's where I started thinking that. That's where I started Facebook, Instagram, and the rest. Website is there already. That's where I started thinking of blogging. Like, you just want to. And we started setting all this. And suddenly, people started coming. People that have seen things that are being done in a certain way. You need to start thinking of how to do things in a certain way. Anytime Mr. Abaga sent me a voice note, I like, oh God, what if I did not say that I want to do it like this? What if I say, let me just leave it? I'm already looking at some years to come because it's putting so much effort. And I can't even remember anybody from Benin. I know a lot of people are watching my video from Benin, but he's just one of the people that actually took a greater steps and is following it back to back, like back to back. It's not everybody that can follow through. Some people get easily tired, but I see that it's kind of person that does not get tired because it's a terrain that a lot of you are new to. Just imagine you have been hearing some certain things in certain way for like 5, 6, 7 years. Somebody just come up with something and say, this is another way to do it. It's only humility that can make you to do that. But this business or any kind of business is adapt or go home. Just have to adapt. It's adapt or go home. Like I said, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm the best. But what I can say is that I find a path that even business will be sustained, either I'm here or not. That's what I can say. And that is the way it's supposed to be for everyone on this call. Is it going to be easy? No. After I found out all these things, as we're rounding up, I found out something that when I started creating webinar, that people want to ask for my results. Would they listen to me if they didn't see results? Restore. And I told myself that I'm going to produce the results. How is none of my problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's not going to be easy. Even if I'm going to produce with the team, I know that my own will be almost 70, if not more than. Ladies and gentlemen, and I did 4,000 consecutively. 4 times. 4 times. I'm saying this is going to cost you a lot. Yeah, does it cost me? Yes, it cost me, because out of this 4,000 that you are seeing, I'm doing personal of more than 2,000. Yes. Anyhow, we die here. Is it easy? No. Oh, am I afraid? Yes. Why am I afraid? Because I'm putting my money in a test. Like, I have some saving, I have some money, so I pull it out. I was using it because I need a result. I need a result. If it's not a result, a lot of people will not be here. If it's not a result, I won't be able to, maybe I will have quit whatever I'm doing right now. Maybe I wouldn't have pushed it to this level. Maybe I wouldn't have pushed it to the level that customers are now naturally calling for products and all that. Maybe. So after I push it, I have results. It's like, what? Wow. Is it possible? How did you do it? Okay, ma. Guess what? From senior manager, I moved to director straight. Director. I did my director with 10,000, but not director in 6 months. I did it in 3 months. And I still did it because it's consecutive. So it just entered the Emirate too. But it doesn't just happen. It's a big decision. So now, I told you that these 4 hours, it will be coming, you'll be retracing, you'll be changing things. So here comes another stuff to start all over again. And what is it? You know that somebody that is doing 2,000 plus, you have product now. So there are now enough product at a point, and I have product like almost 3 million naira or so, if not more. Yes, as a result of all those back to back. So the question now is, all these products must go. It's a must. Then again, digital marketing, and it went all everything goes. So now, like, okay, I've done this, I can do it again. Remember, I told you that when I did this, am I not afraid? I'm afraid. But immediately I sold off all the products, see, that fear just dissolved. But the question is, what if I didn't try at all? I don't know what this means for you today. You might be a senior manager. You can only, so for some of you that have been hearing me saying participate in your own rescue, it's a very key landmark for me. It's not just a word. Participate in your own rescue. Okay? In your own rescue. As I'm rounding up, maybe I should say enjoy the rest of the evening already. In your own rescue. You can only do it yourself. You can only rescue yourself. Nobody can rescue you. It should be Q. Yeah. No, I'm correct. Nobody can rescue you. So when you participate in your own rescue, then people will join you. Enjoy the rest of the evening, guys. I'll see you tomorrow as we move on.